You know, I often get asked whether you should compete if you're in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and whether you have to compete to get your black belt. Well, first of all, it's important to recognize that those are two completely different questions. Do you have to compete to get your black belt, or should you compete? It's not the same thing. In general, I think that competing, at least a few times, is a really good idea, if for no other reason than self-defense. Now that might sound strange, but competition is a good way to simulate a giant adrenaline dump that you might get if you're in a real street self-defense situation. In some ways, this makes a hash out of the whole we only train for self-defense schools, because learning to handle that adrenaline dump is actually way more important than the actual techniques that you use. Now that being said, you're actually competing all the time if you're sparring. You're sparring against your classmates, you're sparring against visitors to the school. So no, you don't need to compete to get your black belt. Definitely been lots of legitimate black belts who've never competed or only competed a few times. You probably get there faster if you compete. You will get there if you don't. In the end, I'll leave you with a thought that comes from Eric Paulson, which is that sometimes you learn more in one competition than you do in 6 months of training. So compete or not, it's your choice.